The story of the Queen Mary. The RMS Queen Mary, one of the most iconic ocean liners in history, is a testament to the golden age of maritime travel, engineering marvels, and wartime service. Built by Cunard White Star Line, this legendary vessel had a career spanning from the 1930s through World War II and into modern times. Today, it rests in Long Beach, California, as a historic hotel, museum, and tourist attraction. The origins of the Queen Mary. The concept of the Queen Mary dates back to the early 20th century, when ocean liners dominated transatlantic travel. Britain's Cunard Line, facing competition from Germany's Bremen and Europa ships and White Star Line's RMS Titanic Legacy, sought to build a state-of-the-art liner that could be the fastest and most luxurious in the world. Construction began in 1930 at John Brown and Company shipyard in Clydebank, Scotland. Despite financial setbacks due to the Great Depression, funding was restored in 1934, and the ship was finally launched by Queen Mary of Teck, wife of King George V, on September 26, 1934. The vessel was christened in her honor. At 1,019 feet long and 81,000 tons, the Queen Mary was a marvel of engineering. It featured luxurious Art Deco interiors with opulent ballrooms, grand staircases, and first-class lounges. A cruising speed of 28.5 knots, making it one of the fastest liners of its time. Capacity for over 2,100 passengers and 1,000 crew members. The Queen Mary's maiden voyage and rise to fame. The maiden voyage took place on May 27, 1936, sailing from Southampton, England, to New York City. With its superior speed and unmatched luxury, the Queen Mary quickly became a favorite among Hollywood celebrities, British royalty, and political figures. Passengers included Winston Churchill, Clark Gable, Greta Garbo, and the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. The Queen Mary competed fiercely with the SS Normandy, France's pride of the seas, for the coveted Blue Riband, awarded to the fastest transatlantic crossing. By 1938, the Queen Mary held the title, solidifying its place in maritime history. The Queen Mary in World War II, the Grey Ghost. With the outbreak of World War II, the Queen Mary was repurposed as a troop transport vessel. Painted entirely in naval gray, it earned the nickname the Grey Ghost due to its ability to outrun enemy U-boats. The Queen Mary played a crucial role in the war, transporting over 800,000 soldiers across the Atlantic. It was so fast that it often sailed alone without escort, relying on its speed to evade enemy attacks. During this period, Winston Churchill used the ship multiple times for wartime strategy meetings, and he even signed parts of the D-Day invasion plans aboard the vessel. A tragic incident occurred in 1942 when the Queen Mary accidentally collided with its escort ship, the HMS Curacao, cutting it in half and causing the deaths of over 300 British sailors. However, wartime protocol required the liner to continue sailing without stopping for survivors. Post-war glory and final voyages. After the war, the Queen Mary underwent a major refitting to return it to a luxury passenger liner. It resumed commercial service in 1947, ushering in a new era of transatlantic travel. However, the rise of commercial air travel in the 1950s and 60s reduced the demand for ocean liners, and by 1967, the Queen Mary made its final voyage to Long Beach, California, where it was permanently docked. The Queen Mary today, a historic landmark and haunted ship. Today, the Queen Mary serves as a floating hotel, museum, and event venue. Visitors can explore the grand ballroom, first-class dining rooms, and engine rooms. Exhibits detailing the ship's wartime service and celebrity passengers. The paranormal history, as it is considered one of the most haunted locations in the world. Many ghost stories surround the Queen Mary, with reports of apparitions in the first-class swimming pool, engine room, and cabins. Paranormal investigators claim that former crew members and passengers still linger on the ship, adding to its eerie yet fascinating appeal. Legacy of the Queen Mary. As a maritime treasure, the Queen Mary represents an era of grandeur, resilience, and transformation. Whether admired for its engineering prowess, wartime heroics, or ghostly legends, it remains one of the most famous ships in history. Conclusion. The Queen Mary's journey from a luxury ocean liner to a wartime hero and now a beloved landmark is a story of innovation, perseverance, and mystery. Its decks, once graced by the world's elite and war heroes, now welcome visitors seeking a glimpse into its fascinating past. At Kanchaknapong, R6F.